Yeah, y'all knew I was coming. It might took a couple of days, but let me tell y'all something. Even though I was out handling my business, doing what I got to do, y'all knew I was gonna come here and I was gonna actually give my 2 cents on this whole situation. What I wanted to do, I wanted to watch and listen to everybody. I wanted to hear both sides of the spectrum. I wanted to hear from people who absolutely hate AEW and want AEW to fail, and I wanted to hear from people who absolutely love AEW but also have concern for what's going on backstage. I wanted to hear everything, get both sides of the spectrum before I came on here and gave you my honest take about the situation. And also too, for somebody like me, yes, I got an insider myself. Yeah. Casey for L Wrestler Take absolutely knows somebody that is in the know when it's regarding wrestling, especially on the AEW side. So I'm gonna talk about all this, and plus, you already know I'm gonna come on here and tell you my overview of both SmackDown and Rampage. This week, Rampage was a lot better from last week. Last week, I don't even know what that trash was. This week, it was a lot better. SmackDown was okay. Now, between both shows, the best wrestling match was that Fatal 5-Way. The wrong man won, but I'll talk about that when I get there. But let's go ahead and break down. So, word got out because CMpunk, the reason why he was quote unquote doing this promo on Heyman, they said quote unquote CMpunk went into business for himself. Last I checked, ladies and gentlemen, AEW, everybody going to business for himself. Nobody's writing up scripts. Nobody's writing up scripts. So cats always going off the top of the dome no matter what. You know, that last I checked. But CM Punk just celebrated 1 full year, ladies and gentlemen. 1 full year back in wrestling. I remember, ladies and gentlemen, y'all seen the video. I was in the building. It took place right over here at the United Center. I pulled up. First time absolutely going into a wrestling show. Never been. That atmosphere was insane. I will never forget it. For people who want to actually watch that video, go into my archives and look up that video. It took place last year. Live Rampage. Your man pulled up. I was in the building. I was there. So, fast forward. A full year of CM Punk. Now, I remember there was a time where fools was like, man, we want CM Punk. You go to these WWE shows, they hijack the show. CM Punk, blah, blah, blah. CM Punk, CM Punk. Just hijacking the fact that WWE had to mute the fools because they kept hijacking the show. They kept hijacking the show. This dude went into the UFC thing, didn't quite work out. So, he comes back, he's on the doggone WWE backstage show, whatever that thing was, on Fox, right? So I'm like, Then AEW became a thing. And I knew something in me was like, yo, CM Punk coming back. He's coming back. I expect him to come back. He's coming back. And I'm like, he's going to AEW. I just know it. So he pulls up. And from my perspective, from how I've judged CM Punk, I'm cool with just about everything he's done. The injury is what messed up everything. The injury is what messed up everything. So plans had to be changed off the jump. Everything had to be changed. So back to this. CM Punk goes into business for himself, right? He shoots on Heyman, is what they say. Well, Heyman did a promo back when they was beefing, and he said some things that quote unquote rebel CM Punk's feathers or whatever. Last I checked, cats, do y'all understand what having kayfabe is, or understanding how kayfabe moves in wrestling? These two are actually trying to bring kayfabe back into the wrestling, where cats who you think have legit heat for one another, all it is just cats going out there just shooting on each other to get cats to be like, okay, man, these cats quote unquote legit don't like each other. That's all part of the script. That's all part of the, the wrestling thing. So now, CM Punk, the wrestler, I'm cool with CM Punk, the wrestler. Phillip Brooks, on the other hand, is a completely different story. Phillip Brooks is a prick. He's full of himself. Don't give a crap about nobody. So I understand why these reports, so-called quote-unquote reports about him wanting to leave and all this stuff just came out the woodwork. But I talked to my guy who is an insider. And shout out to my homie. Won't reveal my sources. I'm gonna say nobody's name. I don't do that. But my man's had pretty much told me 90% of what you're seeing is all kayfabe. 90%. All of this is doing is getting cast to talk about what's going on in AEW right now. The fact that AEW kind of been on a down year, and it's true. Because let me tell y'all something. One of the major reasons why AEW kind of has a down year right now is because ain't nobody see Vince McMahon get dropped. Didn't nobody. Tony Khan was coasting. He was coasting. He lost a whole lot of his people. Now a lot of them is returning, which is excellent. But because of the injuries and everything, it just messed up everything. So Tony Khan was coasting, but he didn't see Vince McMahon getting removed. Didn't nobody see that. And then Triple H come step in, and next thing you know, WWE is the best thing since sliced bread, quote unquote. That's what these hardcore WWE heads are saying online. For me, it's better than it's ever been. However, I'm still not finna be set up here and say that everything Triple H is doing is great, because it's not. Smackdown, outside of that fatal 5-way match, I really didn't do much for me. It really did. Now, people gonna come in my comment section and say, "Man, you tripping? You just hating." No, I'm just telling you both face truth. I watched it. It was a decent show, but I was like, nah, I'm good. But like I said, with this situation right here, all people who are jumping the gun on this, the media outlets, the dirt sheets, everybody who's jumping on this is excited because they want AEW to plummet. So many of them. So many of the people who were quote unquote on Tony Khan's payroll, jumped ship. Now they done jumped over to Triple H's payroll now. So you see what I'm saying? And like I said, the 10%. Remember when Big Swole had made this statement? She said that there's no structure in the AEW locker room. No structure. Tony Khan is gonna have to learn. Listen, I know you love everybody in the back, but bro, you're gonna have to learn how to be a boss. And I'm not talking about a dictator. Don't become like that fool Vince McMahon. But you gotta learn how to be a boss. You have to. There must be some type of structure. The 10%, I say, the 10% from what I was told, 10%, 10% is because there's no structure. There's no structure in the back. So there's no structure. Cats are going to feel like I want to do what the heck I want to do. And if I'm not being on here, then I'm leaving. Nah. That's why CMpunk actually put a statement out on his Instagram, because fools were trying to say that he was unhappy. I'm like, listen. People jump the gun. They jump the gun so fast because, like I say, all they know is let's give WWE all the praise, and let's hate on AEW or anybody that's associated with AEW, and let's continue to knock them down. Let's continue to throw them down and tear them up. Now, when you listen to somebody like me who tells you the bold-faced truth about AEW and how what they've been putting on has been somewhat subpar television, and I come with a very unbiased take, even though I'm a hardcore AEW head, I prefer AEW over WWE. But as of late, like I say, Tony Khan and them got a lot of work to do. He has a lot, especially when it's concerning these doggone ratings. So, AEW actually did 957, but when it was CMpunk and Moxley's part, they did 1.1 million. So CMpunk and them did their part. CMpunk is still, to this day, him and Moxley are still the two biggest draws right now, outside of MJF. But everything plummeted when Kenny Omega and them came back. You got to get cats to give a crap about what you're putting on. We can't just care about one segment and then everybody don't give a care about nothing else. Stories matter in wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. They matter. They matter. Fools ain't going to watch your show if you just throwing up wrestling matches and say, hey, look, these two clowns are wrestling each other. Watch the show. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to work. So the 10%, remember what I said, 10%, it's because there's no structure. There's no structure in AEW. And that's what Tony Khan going to have to learn how to get some structure. Because fools running in here thinking they're going to do what the heck they want to do, it ain't going to work. You can take your tail and walk on somewhere. You see what I'm saying? So, but like I said, 90% of it, it's all kayfabe, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people don't want to. They like I said, people was clamoring. They wanted this food back. They wanted Punk back. They want him back. Where you get the whole package, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, shout out to my man Just Alice. Just Alice had the best take out of everybody. I heard him give the best take on this whole situation concerning CM Punk. He said it. Y'all fools wanted this man back. He's back, and now y'all don't want him. Where you get the whole package. You get CM Punk and you get Phillip Brooks, ladies and gentlemen. I don't give a rat's behind about Phillip Brooks because Phillip Brooks is a prick. But CM Punk the wrestler, that's a completely different story. I like him. I'm cool with him. He come right out the backyard. But like I say, his freak ways is kind of somewhat getting in the way. And that's what a lot of people is getting caught up on. Now, as for Adam Hangman Page, he ain't going nowhere. I seen cats talk about Adam Hangman Page is about to disappear. Let me tell y'all something, man. Adam Hangman Page is one of the pillars when it's concerned to AEW. This dude, I'm telling you, man, he went from being a high school teacher to being one of the best in the wrestling game, period. And I'm telling y'all, man, it's so many cats. People on Twitter, people on Instagram, Facebook, what do you name it? It just seems like no matter what, somebody's gonna find something negative to say about AEW anytime, any place. When I critique this company, I critique them based on what they show me on television. And that only. I do not wish death on AEW. I don't understand why people want this company to die. It's the same thing with fools that wanted WWE to die. Nah, I just wanted Vince McMahon to get the heck up out of here. That clown was gone. Now I want WWE to flourish. I want them to do an outstanding job. Even though Triple H still need a lot of work himself. Because like I said, SmackDown, I don't know what the clown he was doing on SmackDown. But like I say, back to this. Because I'm about to go in, I'm about to review everything. For me, like I said, from what I was told, 90% is kayfabe. 90%. 10% of it, you got to keep your eye raised. Keep your eye raised, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eye raised. Because like I said, what I was told, my guy told me, because he said, he said, no. He said, I ain't heard nothing. I'm telling you, he said, because I asked him, I said, man, I trust you. Because my man is actually, as long as I've been knowing this cat, so many things that popped up on AEW television, he told me and cats that I know ahead of time. He said, such and such is finna happen. It happened. And he said, such and such finna happen. It happened. And I said, okay, yeah, my dude is a legit insider. He is a legit insider. That's why I can trust him when it's concerning all this. Because I don't want to be one of the first ones to come up and start talking about this whole situation. I wanted to wait. I wanted to hear both sides. I wanted to hear people who hate AEW and people who love AEW, but they're concerned about this situation. I wanted to hear everybody. So before I heard everybody, before I gave my take, I wanted to come on here, listen to everybody else, and then come on here to give you a unbiased, genuine take on the whole situation surrounding this whole situation. Because I personally believe that all of this is just trying to get cats to talk about. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. Whether people realize it or not, we're talking about AEW. Now, I understand that Tony Khan is a complete clown for giving us CM Punk versus Moxley on TV. That's a dumb way to go. I would have never went that way. That's what he's doing. I don't know what the clown is finna happen come Wednesday night, but something goofy gonna happen. I just know it. Something very silly is gonna happen. I expect it. I expect some cartoon comedy act buffoonery to take place. Now, like I said, he kind of backed himself into the wall to doing this stuff. Like I said, you already got it on the poster. You already got Moxley versus CM Punk. It was already established. Why would you give it to us on TV? That's just straight stupid. I understand you trying to spark a raid, which is one of the major dumb things that you would never need to do in wrestling. Quit trying to spark a raid and just focus on getting your product better. That is the name of the game. Focus on getting your product better. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. None. There's really nothing else to say. I've said my piece on this whole situation. I understand cats gonna fly up in my comment section and tell me I'm tripping, but I'm just telling you the bold-faced truth from what I know, from the whole situation, from not only seeing things from the outside, but also knowing somebody that's in the inside, what he shared with me. I'm just telling you right now. So you can take it or leave it. You can say that I'm just sitting up bull jiving. You can say I'm on some bull jive, all you want. But I'll just tell you both it's true. And y'all know me, I don't never come on here and sugarcoat nothing. I don't. Like I said, egos, it's a lot of egos listen. In wrestling, cats always gonna have egos. Cats can act up here and act like they cool and all this goofy stuff. I don't care if you work for the Impact, whatever. Cats are going to have egos. I'm like, here's the deal. If I know I'm great, what I'm gonna do is I'm not finna sit up here and quote unquote try to make myself seem like I'm all that in a bag of chips. I already know who I am. I know I'm the best thing since sliced bread. So you know what? I'm gonna present myself that way, you know. But like I say, Tony Khan at the end of the day, he gotta have some structure. He has to have structure in the back. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's why I like this new management team that he has. Hopefully this management team can help him with the structure, because you acting like just a regular old Mark just trying to book a show, it's not gonna work. Them days are over, man. As you can see, those days are over. AEW being a hot thing, it's died down. It's died down. So like I said, it's time to get back on the high horse. It's time to go back to the drawing board, start coming up with some more creative things, getting cats interested in what you're trying to present. That's the name of the game. I tell y'all every day, cats ain't gonna give a crap if you just throwing bull jive on TV. They're not. They ain't gonna give a crap. So that's that. So before I talk about Rampage, Smackdown, like I said, it was a fatal five-way to determine who was going to face Walter, a.k.a. Gunther, at Clash of the Castle. Now, they was in Montreal, Canada. That's Sami Zayn's backyard. Now, they didn't care about nobody that was in the match. They didn't care about Sheamus. They didn't care about Prince Puma. I'm calling him Prince Puma. They didn't care about Prince Puma. They didn't care about Madcap Moss. And they didn't care about that clown Baron Corbin. They didn't care about none of them. The only person they cared about was Sami Zayn. Why? Because he's from the backyard. So, I seen fools online telling me, man, if Sheamus don't win that match, what are we doing? I don't give a rat's behind about Sheamus versus Gunther. I don't give a rat's behind. Listen, Triple H missed out on a huge pop. Do you understand? That crowd wanted Sami Zayn to win so bad. And especially with the whole storyline going on with him trying to be an honorary Uso. The fact that the Usos wasn't there and that Roman was actually in the house. And he was sitting up there talking with that man. He said, man, you know what, man? Hey, that IC title would look nice around your waist, you know? And I'm sitting up here like, man, they're kind of telling you the story of what they could do. We know he's not going to beat Walter. Ain't nobody beating Walter. Walter not losing that title for a good minute. So, I'm sitting up here like this. Sami Zayn is in the backyard. He's in the backyard. For some dumb reason, WWE, this is stupid. Anytime you go home, WWE does not allow you to win. They don't. Bianca is the obsession because it was that summer joke. But outside of that, anytime you go to the crib, you always lose. Natalya, she lost her match too. Everybody that go home, they always lose. So that's because Natalya was getting cheered in their match. So I'm sitting up here watching this match, and I'm like, this match is the best match on the whole show, Mac. Heck, it was the best match out of both wrestling shows, if you ask me. That match was great. Fatal Five-Way was outstanding. Everybody in their mama was doing great. Ricochet, a.k.a. Prince Puma, he was doing work. Madcap Moss is doing great. Even Baron Corbin, I can't stand his behind. He looked great. Everybody was in there. Everybody looked good. Everybody looked great. But the fans wanted Sami Zayn to win so bad. And I'm sitting up here like, Triple H, you missed out on a huge opportunity. Could you imagine? That roof would have came off. If Sami Zayn would have became the number one contender, that place would have went berserk. It would have went nuts. And Triple H said, nah, I'm going to give it to this clown, Sheamus. And I understand Sheamus has been working his tail off. But listen, when you got a situation like that, you go with the flow. You go with it. The crowd was like, yeah. They was loud. Montreal was loud. They was loud, ladies and gentlemen. They was loud. I say, man. And then he got hurt. He go to the back, and then he come out. They going nuts. They going crazy. All just for Sheamus to win. Listen, Walter versus Sheamus is going to be a good match, but I'm not going to give a rat's behind about it. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm just telling y'all right now. People gonna say I'm hating. I'm just telling you now. I'm not gonna give a rat's behind about Sheamus versus Walter. I'm just not. You had Sami Zayn versus Walter sitting right there. You had the ultimate babyface versus heel storyline right there. Storytelling at best. Triple H said, "No, I'm about to do the stupid stuff because this is what I like. I like to make sure that the fans don't get what they want." And that's exactly what he did. He pulled that bull crap, and I was saying, well, okay, Triple H, that's an L right there. Then we had the tag team, so we had it was supposed to be Zoe Starks and the other young lady, Nikita Lyons. It was supposed to be them two, but they called up Toxic Attraction. I'm gonna be 1,000% with y'all, man. Toxic Attraction's just there because for eye candy. That's it. That's it. That was the only reason. And again, when you got the fans going nuts for Natalia and Sonya Deville, now as you know they was heels, but because she was in Canada, the fans was going crazy. They was going nuts, and I'm like, here we go again, opportunity, you know. So the garbage Toxic Attraction girls won. I don't care nothing about that. I'm gonna be 1,000% with y'all. This whole women's tag team thing, it's not panning out, man. It's not panning out. If Naomi and Sasha's supposed to be coming back, it's just not, man. Triple H is trying. I can say he's trying, but it's just not panning out, ladies and gentlemen. It's just really not. And then speaking of the women, we had Liv go against who she wrestling? Oh, she went against Shotzi. Now I'm sitting up here like, nah, ain't she supposed to have a messed up arm or shoulder or something like that? Whatever, you know. I guess they trying to revamp Shotzi again. I don't know, man. The girl looks naked without her tank, man. She just looks naked without the tank. Triple H, get her that tank. Get her that tank, man. Just get her the tank. You get her the tank, man. We good, man. So Liv beats her. Then that's when Shayna come out there like she was gonna break her arm. Now earlier they had Ronda out there just basically trying to be the man. She was basically trying to do the man gimmick where she, got arrested and all that. I said, man, they just recycling the same old crap. They just recycling thing. It's just recyclable. I'm like, can y'all do something different? Nah. Triple H and then we had the War Raiders giving a New Day funeral and all this. We're still dealing with these clowns. And I said, well, like I say, Rematch City, man. I'm looking for something different. And Triple H said, no, I'm going to give you some of the same old, because that's exactly what he did. Just giving us some of the same old. Like, a huge opportunity. I was looking for that. I wanted to see Sammy versus Walter. I wanted to see that, man, because I know that match was going to bang. I knew it. And Triple H said, nope, I'm about to, So, I'm trying to think. Oh, Hit Row ain't more like Miss Row. So, let me tell y'all something, man. I see fools online, they trying so hard to compare the Acclaim and Hit Row, talk about both of their gimmicks are garbage and all this. No, let me tell you something about the Acclaim. The Acclaim got cringy rap lyrics over. That is the whole point of their gimmick. Their gimmick is that they rap cringe lyrics. And then they run around and talk about Sesame Daddy, all that clown stuff. It's over. Hit Row, Miss Row, naked as heck without that man Swerve. Just naked. Out there, because Triple H needs somebody to shuck and jive. That's what they on the show for. So if people was trying to make a comparison, say one is the other, no, it's not. No. One is shucking and jiving, the other one is just being cringe. And that's the whole point of it. The whole point is for them to be cringe. Them, they just out there buck dancing. That's all they out there for. So for people that I seen trying to compare them, but no, just stop it. Just shut that mess down. Shut it down. That's all I'm saying about that. So, got another promo from Karrion Kross and them. Pretty much said that it don't matter who is the champion, he going after. It don't matter. They're going to beat the style out. So, right to the point. So, Roman comes out, and then Drew comes out. They address one another, all that stuff. And basically both of them talking about what they going to do to each other. Big whoop. I'm going to be 1,000% with y'all. I'm not looking forward to the match. I'm really not. I'm just looking forward to the result. That's the only reason why I'm actually paying any attention to Clash of the Castle is because I want to see how Triple H presents a full book pay-per-view that he had full time. Quote unquote, Vince McMahon has no control of this, correct? I'm going to watch everything to the T when it comes to that pay-per-view. However, the main event, all I care about is the result. That's it. I just want to see who's going to win. Now, in a way, I expect Drew to win. I expect him to win, but the way how things are moving right now, you don't even know. Triple H can do anything. He can have what's his name cash in, Austin Theory. I mean, he can do a whole lot of stuff, man. You just never know. But like I said, overall, man, SmackDown, like I said, SmackDown was decent, but he just had a lot of misses. Triple H had a lot of misses on SmackDown. It was like he was just doing stuff, and I'm watching this show. I'm like, man, what the clown is this? What the heck is this? What the heck is this buffoonery that he putting on? Talk about this is great. Then I seen fools online talk about, man, once again another outstanding. No, it wasn't. No, y'all just got the Triple H junk all up in your mouth. Just take the junk out your mouth. Take it out your mouth. So, Rampage was 1,000% better than last week. However, still a lot of things that Tony Khan needs to work on. Trying to throw so much in 1 hour. Rampage needs to be 2 hours. It must be 2 hours. We open up the show. Claudio cuts a promo talking about he's glad that he's the Ring of Honor champion. And so since he's the fighting champion, he's looking forward to defending his championship against anybody. So if anybody wants a shot next week, I'll give it to you, but you need to come on out. Out the woodwork, Dustin Rhodes came out. Now, both of them talked about how they both followed each other and they both, respect one another and all this. And Dustin said that he never had the opportunity to hold mainstream gold and all this crazy stuff. So Claudio said, all right, cool, man. You're going to get the best of the best and all that. So, right to the point. We had Hook go against Zach Clayton, who is married to one of the girls from Jersey Shore, if I'm not mistaken. My man basically was running his mouth and got jumped like 1, 2, 3. Penelope Ford versus Athena. This is basically to get cats more interested in the TBS championship picture. Penelope Ford look like she has improved, ladies and gentlemen. She's been gone for a minute. Y'all already know what you're going to get with Athena. The crowd sound like they was into it from what I listened to. It sound like it. But Athena ended up winning, and then that's when Jade and all them came out there. Jade came out with a doggone sledgehammer. I started calling her Triple H. I said, oh, snap. I guess she must be the female Triple H now. She got a sledgehammer, came out the woodwork, and she licked it, and then she, this is what I wish she would have did. After she whacked her in the stomach, I wish she would have picked her up and then did the move. That make that beat down more devastating. That's what I was looking for. That's what I wanted to see. Then we got the AEW Tag Team Championships on the line. Swerve and Our Glory versus Private Party. This is a decent match. Let me tell y'all something. Jeff Hardy's situation messed up Private Party's whole storyline. Because I believe that Matt Hardy and Jeff was supposed to be next in line to win those titles. And then they was going to go on a one final run. And then Private Party was going to be the ones to dethrone them. So this was basically Tony Khan trying to say, all right, y'all come on TV, have a little decent match with Swerve and Our Glory. It was decent. It was okay for what it was. Basically, the storyline with Swerve and Our Glory is that they just going through everybody. They going through everybody in the fact that they looking at the tag team division and they trying to ask themselves, hey, when the heck are we going to get some actual competition? Because we just running through this division like it's nothing. And that's exactly what they was doing. So after the match, they shook up with Private Party, and I don't know if that means they turned them heel. Babyface again. I don't know. I have no clue. We got an announcement. They bringing back the casino ladder match or something like that. I'm gonna be 1,000% with you. I totally think that we need to just make up in our mind that we only gonna do a ladder match. We're not gonna do a ladder match every pay-per-view, because the more you continue to do the ladder match, cats ain't gonna give a care because you keep doing it. It's gonna lose its luster. Have it where you only do it maybe once, maybe twice a year. This clown tries to do it at day in every pay-per-view. I'm like, bro, it's not going to pop. It's not. That's why when I saw him naming it and everything, I said, oh, no. I said, man, we just had a ladder match. We just had one. Like, bro, like, calm down. Like, slow down. Like, we don't need a freaking ladder match at every freaking pay-per-view. So I said, man, Tony Khan, man, listen, I like Tony Khan, but, man, a lot of times this fool just be doing stuff just to be doing stuff. I'm like, dog, it's not popping. It's not. I know he gonna try to make it like be something, but it's just not. So, we get the main event: Trustbusters versus Best Friends. This is the qualifier to determine who's gonna move up in the trios tournament, heading into All Out. This was decent. It was okay. My main focus was I just wanted to see more of Parker Bardo, because obviously this young man is what they pushing. Sonny Kiss is out there just doing Sonny Kiss things. Mark Henry talked to them, you know what he say. It's time for the main event. It is what it is. OC clowning, doing clown things, It was okay. It was an okay match. Like I said, man, the one thing I can appreciate about this episode of Rampage is we got a little bit more story behind what they was trying to present. Story is the name of the game. If you really want fools to tune into your product, if you want people to go out their way, because you ain't nobody going to be home at no 9 o'clock on a Friday night. Cats like myself, I don't be home at no 9 o'clock. I get home at exactly 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So I'm not home on a freaking Friday night. I'm out here in the business doing what I got to do. But if you want fools that are at home, soon as Smackdown go off, you got to get cats to care about Rampage. That is the name of the game. This is when I get the critiquing of Tony Khan, is because of what he's showing me on TV. If he's not giving a care, why should I give a care? You understand what I'm saying? Why? At least this week he somewhat put forth an effort. It could have been a little bit better, but I absolutely believe that it was 1,000% better than last week's episode. Last week's episode was a complete miss. You didn't even have to go out your way and watch it. You didn't. But I'm just here to just basically, like I said, I just came here, talked about the CMpunk stuff, came here to give you an overview of how I felt about Smackdown, AEW Rampage. Both shows was decent. But like I said, Smackdown, like I said, man, it's look at Triple H, man. He still got a lot of work to do, man. Like I said, you could tell there's been a big difference because the hype is there. People want to watch WWE now. People are actually going out their way. I can't believe it. For the 2 consecutive weeks, I've actually watched Raw. I haven't done that in years. I have not done that. I usually might watch a Raw and then miss like 10 of them in a row. But for the first time ever, I went out my way to watch both Raw and SmackDown. You see what I'm saying? Because I want to see what can Triple H do to make this product worth watching. And he's done some things that are great. But like I said, watching SmackDown, and I was like, you know what, man? He missed 2 huge opportunities. Huge. Sammy going over, man. That crowd would have went ape. They would have went ape, ladies and gentlemen. They would have went nuts. They would have been banging their chest going crazy. But that man said, no, I want Sheamus. I need Sheamus. Man, screw that, man. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that bullcrap, man. I'm tired of it. So, is there anything else I need to talk about? I guess they trying to revamp the European NXT. I think it's called NXT Europe, because they pretty much shut down NXT UK or whatever. That's why they brought back a whole lot of the cats from the NXT UK and had them over in the States. Like I said, as of right now, Bruce is still in control of NXT 2.0. Shawn Michaels be sitting up here lying his behind off. For a dude that's a believer, he know he be lying his tail off. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've talked enough. I went in on both shows. I told you how I felt about both of them. Rampage was better from last week. Still need a lot of work. We need Rampage to be live. It needs to be live, and it needs to be 2 hours. Don't care what nobody got to say. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will talk to y'all cats on Wednesday night. Hit the freaking comment section up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Y'all know what to do. Leave a comment. Tell me how you felt about both shows. Tell me, like I said, if you haven't really had an opportunity to say what you had to say about the CM Punk situation, hit the comment section up. I already seen what my guy Mel had to say. I seen what my main dude, Mr. King Mike. We already know how King Mike feel about AEW. He went in on the whole situation. I seen JD. I seen Alex. I seen everybody. Saw you name it. Everybody went in on this situation. It was my turn to do the same thing, and like I said, I come to you with the realest of the realest. I keep it real. I keeps it real all the time. This is your boy Caseville King Self for Life. Wrestling Takes. I'm gone.